Early life and education, 1884 to 1901. Harry S. Truman was born on May 8, 1884, in Lamar, Missouri, to John Anderson Truman and Martha Ellen Young Truman. His early years were spent in rural Missouri, where he worked on his family farm. His formal education ended after high school. Truman attended Spalding's Commercial College in Kansas City but did not graduate. Early career and marriage, 1901 to 1919. After leaving school, Truman held various jobs, including as a clerk in a bank and as a timekeeper for a railroad company. In 1917, during World War I, he enlisted in the U.S. Army and served as an artillery officer in France. His leadership abilities were recognized, and he was promoted to captain. After the war, Truman returned to Missouri and engaged in business ventures, including running a haberdashery, which eventually failed. In 1919, Truman married Bess Wallace, his high school sweetheart. They had one daughter, Margaret, born in 1924. Political rise, 1922 to 1944. Truman's political career began in 1922 when he was elected as a judge of the Jackson County Court. His reputation for integrity and efficiency led to his election as presiding judge of the court. In 1934, he was elected as a U.S. Senator from Missouri. Truman became known for his work on reforming the defense industry and combating corruption. His work on the Truman Committee, which investigated waste and fraud in war contracts during World War II, earned him national recognition. In 1944, he was chosen as Franklin D. Roosevelt's vice presidential running mate for his fourth term, largely due to his reputation for honesty and political acumen. Presidency, 1945 to 1953. Truman became president on April 12, 1945, following Roosevelt's death. His presidency was marked by significant events and decisions. End of World War II, Truman authorized the use of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which led to Japan's surrender and the end of World War II. Post-war reconstruction, he implemented the Marshall Plan to aid European recovery and the Truman Doctrine to contain communism, marking the beginning of the Cold War. Korean War, in 1950, North Korea invaded South Korea, leading Truman to intervene under the auspices of the United Nations. The conflict ended in 1953 with an armistice, though the Korean peninsula remained divided. Domestic policies, Truman introduced the Fair Deal Program, which aimed at expanding social programs and civil rights. Despite facing opposition in Congress, some measures, such as increased minimum wage and housing assistance, were enacted. Presidency, 1953 to 1972. After leaving office in 1953, Truman retired to Independence, Missouri. He remained active in public life, giving speeches and writing his memoirs. His post-presidency years were marked by a continued interest in politics and international affairs. Truman's reputation improved over time, and he was recognized for his straightforwardness and leadership. Death. Harry S. Truman died on December 26, 1972, at the age of 88, in Kansas City, Missouri. He is remembered as a decisive leader who faced monumental challenges during a critical period in American and world history. Truman's legacy includes his role in shaping the post-war world order and his commitment to public service, which continues to be studied and admired.